comes to manifesting and when it comes to the law, believe and think are one in the same. Like you can't separate the two in the same way that you can when you're actually just like speaking and you're talking about vocabulary and what. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. On a previous video I did, someone commented saying about how basically you don't need to believe, because if it is just about belief, then you know I would already have the things that I'm trying to manifest or the things that I want. And I also said something about how, like, you know, there's people that do particular techniques and they don't believe in it, or they don't believe that it's going to work or it's going to happen or whatever, and then they still like manifest that thing. So I just thought this is like a good opportunity to, one, like address that, and two, just discuss the general topic of like belief, what it means, what is a belief, and how do you believe when it comes to manifesting. So a belief is literally just a thought that you keep dwelling on. Like, I think when the word belief or believe is used, it seems like such like a solid thing that is perceived as something really hard to change, or like you have to do a lot of work to change it. But a belief is literally just a thought that you keep dwelling on. Like, you just, yeah, a belief is literally just a thought that you keep dwelling on. And this thought that you keep dwelling on, it generates moods, it generates feelings, it generates choices, it generates desires based on whatever that thought is, and from the standpoint of what that thought is. So based on your belief or your thought, you're going to generate certain moods, you're going to generate certain feelings, you're going to generate certain actions that you will take that are in line with whatever that belief or whatever that thought is. And a belief is just a thought, is just a thought that you keep focusing on. So when I say just believe, or all you need to do is just believe, I know there can be like a misunderstanding with that, but it's like I said, it's literally just about just focus on that thing, focus on that thought, focus on and dwell on that particular thing and that particular ideal, that particular experience or whatever it is that you want. Like, that's literally all a belief is. It's just your thoughts. So some people may say the words, well, I believe that I can have whatever I want, or I believe that I can have whatever it is that you're manifesting. Like, I believe, like they are saying the word, or like you might be saying the words, like just saying the words to yourself, which are, I believe XYZ. But sometimes, like, you might just be saying I believe, but then if you are having thoughts which is generating, you know, feelings and all that kind of stuff, if you are having thoughts and feelings that are negative or go against what it is that you say you believe, the two don't align. And so in vocabulary terms, to believe and to think are two different verbs. Like, they're two different things. So for some people, you know, it would make sense to, or it's easy, like, you know, they can say to themselves, I believe whatever, and then think other thoughts that go against that. But when it comes to manifesting and when it comes to the law, believe and think are one in the same. Like, you can't separate the two in the same way that you can when you're actually just like speaking and you're talking about vocabulary and what those actual words mean. How you think and feel reflect, like they reflect your beliefs, and also how you think and feel makes your belief in that particular moment. So just to go back quickly, so in question 2, like in response to, like, you know, that comment that I got, and just to make it a bit more like understandable, yeah, like obviously it's one thing to say that, you know, I believe that I can have those things, or I believe that I have this, or I have that, or I'm able to have this, or I'm able to have that, etc., etc. But if your thoughts don't reflect that, then, you know, like I said, the two don't align, and the two are not going to work. And then also also to talk about, like, you know, people that try particular techniques and they don't believe, and then they end up manifesting that thing. We're not talking about believe in the like vocabulary, in the vocabulary sense, which to say, like, you know, when it's said in that way, obviously, like, you know, it makes it when it's said in that way, it makes sense, and it makes it harder to understand, because, you know, they didn't believe, so how did they then manifest that thing if you're, you know, if I'm sitting here telling you that you just need to believe? But when it comes to manifesting, like I said, a belief is just a thought. So that particular person, they might not have believed in a vocabulary sense, but if they are doing that technique, it is then forcing them to have thoughts about that thing, which is then going to generate certain moods, generate certain feelings, make them, you know, make certain decisions, you know, depending on whatever the technique is that they didn't believe was going to work. It's probably told them to, I don't know, do and focus on that particular thing for, I don't know, every morning, every night, 10 minutes in the day, like whatever it is. You are then forming a belief because you are focusing on that thing. Your thoughts are focused around that thing. And obviously it's your thoughts that make you manifest. So like I said, although you may not believe in the vocabulary sense, if you are focusing on that thought, and based on what I said at the start, a belief is just a thought that you keep dwelling on. If you keep dwelling on you having that particular thing, it is forming a belief, and therefore you are able to then you are then manifesting that thing. You're then going to experience that thing. I hope that side of things makes sense. So when I say this, and when I say about, like, you know, you just need to believe to manifest, and that, you know, all manifesting is just based on your thoughts and the thoughts that you continue to have and you continue to dwell on. You have to because it's not an easy thing. Even, you know, for me, I'm able to speak about this. I'm able to, like, I'm giving guidance on this and I'm talking about this, but, you know, I'm not perfect, and it's still something that I am working on. But it's about having discipline over your mind and being able to direct your thoughts, because, you know, we know that our thoughts create our reality. You know, I say that all the time, but it's about having that discipline over your thoughts, and it takes practice. Like, it's not something that you're gonna watch this video, or you're gonna wake up tomorrow, or you're gonna decide right now in this moment to change your thoughts about something, and you know that's it. Everything is great. Like, it's something that takes practice. Like, it is a skill. It's a skill to have that kind of mastery over your mind. And I say that to say, like, you don't, like, not to stress about it. Like, be patient and be kind with yourself, because disciplining your mind and being able to discipline your thoughts and have, you know, the control over your thoughts, it's not an easy thing. Like, it takes practice, and that's okay. So when you are trying to change a belief or manifest something that goes against what you are currently experiencing, or you may currently believe about yourself, it's not that you need to, like, fight against that old belief and you're fighting against it and you have to do all of this to try and get rid of that old belief. You're just replacing it with new thoughts. It's literally just a thought versus a thought. You're just replacing what your old thoughts were with thoughts that now benefit you and now go towards what it is that you want and what it is that you want to experience. And I think something, like, if you take anything away from this video, take away what I'm about to say next. Like, this is something that I think is very important to understand. So you have to understand that what you want is not just a thought, and then you have your, like, reality or your 3D world, and that is fact. You have to come out of that mindset. Yeah, you have to come out of that mindset of thinking that whatever it is you're trying to manifest basically isn't real, and it's just a thought, and what you are actually experiencing is fact and real. You have to understand that it's all just thoughts. Like, it's all just thoughts. Don't think of what you want as something that, like, you're, like, something you have to, like, wish for, or it's just a wish, or it's just in your head, like, it's not a real thing yet, and what you get to, like, experience and you get to see is the real part, because that is self-sabotage, and that in itself is a manifestation. If you think that what you like what your thoughts are and what you're trying to manifest in your head, if you think that that isn't real and what is out here and what's out here is real, that is a manifestation in itself. You have to think of what you want as more real than what is real, if that makes sense. Like you have to understand, and you have to really know that what you are thinking and your thoughts, like that has to be more real to you than what, you know, we perceive and we understand to be real or to be our reality. So yeah, just to end, like a belief is just a thought that you keep dwelling on, a thought that you keep focusing on. It's just something that you focus on with your thoughts. A belief is a thought. That's all it is. Like all we're dealing with here is just thoughts. Just to end and to kind of like wrap it up, when it comes to manifesting, you need to just direct your thoughts. Like create an idea, focus on it, dwell on it, make it stronger, and reject anything that is opposite to that. Just have like focus and practice, and be patient and be kind with yourself when you're doing this, but practice directing your thoughts and your mind towards what it is that you want, and rejecting the opposite of that. And that doesn't mean that you have to sit there and fight with your thoughts 24/7, but it's just about directing your mind to what it is that you want. A belief is just a thought. So anytime I say just believe or you need to believe, it's just thoughts. You just need to have those thoughts. You just need to focus on those thoughts that are directed to what it is that you want. So yeah, I hope that's helped. I hope that, you know, there's more understanding about what a belief is and how to believe something, and all of that. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.